Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. Thank you so much for your feedback with your factor work yesterday, and well done, Nicholas. Very logical working out, really impressed. We are going to start today by warming our brains up mathematically, and I've got an imposter board behind me. And what you're going to do is you're going to work your way through and find the two imposters. So there are two imposters on the board here behind me. Now, just a reminder, multiplication of decimals, we just multiply the two numerators and get the new numerator. We multiply the two denominators, get the new denominator. Where 4 squared, we should know what that means now. 4 times 4. And over here, we're thinking butterfly method because we've got two different denominators. So remember, we multiply the denominators first, then we create the wings, take away, and we'll end up with our fraction. All right, so you will need your purple book. You'll need something to write with. You will need to put today's short date, and then you'll be able to crack on and find me the two imposters. Good luck, everybody. Okay, how did you get on? Hopefully really well. So if we have a little look at the board then. So 2.598 equals 2 plus 0.5 plus 0.09 plus 0.008. That's correct because that does equal 2, that does equal 0.5, 5/10, that does equal 900, sorry, and that does equal 8 thousandths. Okay, so that's correct. We have a look here. If I multiply the two numerators, I get 6. But if I multiply the two denominators, I end up with 35. 5 times 7 is 35. So one imposter found, yellow. If I add those two numbers together, I do end up with 8,566. But if I do the subtraction sum, okay, and here I've got it on the board here, so show you. So 6 take away 8 I can't do. 16 take away 8 because I've knocked next door. I can, it's 8. Then I've now got 2 take away 5, not 3 take away 5. So 12, I need to knock next door. I get 12. 12 take away 5, 7. 4 take away 4, 0. And 2 take away nothing is 2. So I don't get that answer. There, I've proved that that's my second imposter. Okay, let's move on then. Now we're thinking mathematically onto what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be looking at 5-digit numbers today. So we're going into the tens of thousand column. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is, can we record them on diagrams and can we write them numerically? Can we work out the value of them? And also, can we write the number in words as well? And that's what we're going to start off with now. So if I have a little look at my diagram, I've got a number here represented in counters. And what I do advise you to do is, when we're doing this kind of work, always draw yourself a grid, and then you can put your numbers on there and you can then work out what it is that you need to be finding. Okay, so here I've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. So I can work out the value now. So I've got 2 ones. I've got 4 tens. I've got 3 hundreds. I've got 1,000 there, but I've also got 6 tens of thousands. So altogether, I have got 61,342. So I would write it here, 61,000. Remember, we have a comma to separate the thousands and the hundreds. 342. And how would I write that in words? Sorry. Let me just move that up a little bit so I can reach the board and write that little bit neater. So here we go. So it's 60. Remember, I need to come back and do my crossing there. Bit of a short T. So 61,142. Watch the spelling of thousand. Okay, comma, 300 and it's really important to have the and in, 42. So that's how that number would look in words. Let's have a little look at another one, shall we? Okay. So here we go. This time we've got the grid again, and it's really important to have a little look, see the number, and make sure you've got the grid. Oh, I've put it slightly too high there, haven't I? So you can't just see the tips of the okay. So this time I've got 1, 1. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tens. I've got 5 hundreds. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 thousands, but then I've got another 10,000 there. Okay, so that I would write here. So I've got 18,591. 18,591. And in words, I would be writing that. Okay, 18. Oh, yeah, 18,000, comma again, 500, and remember that and, really important, 91. So you've got it in numeral form, numbers, and you've got it in words. Okay, so 18,591. Okay, so I have got 2 numbers here, and I've got 2 different grids. You've seen what I've just done with the 2 that I've had I've shown you previously. What I want you to do is I want you to draw yourself a little grid like this underneath your imposter work in your purple book. You're going to place the counters in the right place to represent 416 there. And then you're going to write 416 in words because it's already been done in numerals for you. So you're just going to see, can I put the right amount of counters in the right place? And can I write it in words? And then the same here, you've got 22,305. Can you put the counters in the right place? And can you write these numbers in words? Okay, pause your video, have a little go. Okay, year 6, how did you do? Let's see. So 416, you should have 6 counters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 110 and I've got 400s. And then I haven't got anything else. And I would write that as, ooh, I've got my F there. Let's do it again, Mrs. Heavey. Let's get practicing. So here we go. So I've got 400 and 16. 416. Okay, 416. Let's have a little look at the bottom then. We had 22,305. So what we're going to do now is put the correct counters on. So 5 ones. I have no 10s, but I have 300s. I have 2 thousands because that's that column, and I have 2 tens of thousands. And I would write that as 22,000 comma 305. Okay, 22,305. Okay, well done if you've got those both correctly written in words and the correct amount of counters. So what do I want you to do next? Well, we've got another little couple of questions here. The first one, you've got to write 2 5-digit numbers that have a 6 in the thousand place. Okay, so if for this question you put your grid again in your purple book, so ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands. If you put your 6 straight away in the thousands column, it doesn't matter what digits you put elsewhere, as long as you've got your 6 in the right column. So that's why I'm saying draw the grid, put the 6 there. Okay, so 2 5-digit numbers that have a 6 in the thousands place, and then you've got to do 2 4-digit numbers that have a 6 in the thousand place. So you're looking all the time for a 6 in the thousand place. Draw your grid, put your numbers in. Okay, have a little go. Okay, hopefully you've got lots of fantastic numbers there. I'll just show you quickly one that a couple from each. So I'm going to have 76,344. That's one of my 5-digit numbers. And a 4-digit number with a 6 in the thousands place. Well, I've got thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. I'm going to put my 6 in the thousand place, so I know it's always going to begin with a 6 when it's a 4-digit number in this one. So 6,000, I'll put a comma there actually, 6,000, let's have 9,000, 900, sorry, and 99. 6,999. All right, okay, let's have a look moving on then. So hopefully you're beginning to get a really good idea of that place value. So another little activity for you to do. And again, it's really important that you draw that grid. Okay. Now, some of them are really obvious because if you've got a 5-digit number and you've got a 4-digit number next to it, well, because you're looking for the greater number in each of these pairs, obviously the 5-digit number is going to be larger because it's got tens of thousands, whereas your 4-digit number's only got thousands. So sometimes it's really obvious. But if you've got 2 5-digit numbers and they look very similar, it's really good practice to draw your grid and then you can see your numbers really carefully. So if you want to draw your grid, don't forget you need to have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then tens of thousands. So you're going to leave a line and you're going to write the pairs down. You've got pairs of numbers, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then you are going to put them in, you're going to circle the greater number in each pair. Okay, pause the video, have a little go, and then we'll see how you get on. Okay, year 6, how did you do? So, if you were using the grid really carefully, or you were looking at the numbers really carefully and counting how many digits they got in them and being able to read the numbers carefully, you'd be able to work out that in A, the greater number was 10,000. This one, you've got 2,300, but this time you've got 3,200, so there was more thousands in that one. Here, obviously, 34,000 is much bigger than 9,000. Here, got 5,000 where I'd got 4,000 there. Here, I've got a 5-digit number, and then that was my larger number there. Okay, so well done if you got all of those correct. Okay, so then just a couple of little questions before you get on to your task in your book, just to see if you've really got to grips with how numbers, the value of numbers, the digits in the number. Okay, so what you've got is you've got some numbers here, and what you've got to do is you've got to put them in order, starting with the smallest. And again, if you are unsure, draw yourself your grid and then put the numbers on, and then it'll be really obvious which goes where. Okay, so starting with the smallest. All right, you start with the smallest, end up at the biggest. Pause the video, have a little go at these, put them in order. So, year 6, how did you get on? Well, should have spotted then. First one, 99. Then we've got a 908 there and a 972. So that has got less tens than this one. So it was 908, then 972. Then I'm looking at these two numbers. There I've only got thousands, but here I've got tens of thousands. So it was 9,000 and then 90,000. Okay, at the bottom, I've got my smallest number. Well, that's got the least amount of tens out of my two-digit numbers. So it's 27, then 72. Oops. Then I'm looking at my 3-digit numbers. I've got 700, I've got 576, and I've got 900. Well, 576 has got less hundreds than the others. Then 700, and finally 907. Okay, so hopefully you are now becoming fantastic at your work. Okay, you're fantastic at your 5-digit ordering and reading and being able to put into place. So this is what you're going to do before the challenge. You are going to go into your book 5 and you're going to do page 4 today. Page 4. And it's all about place value. It's all about the things that we've been doing today. All right. And once you've had a little go at that, you'll be able to go on to the challenge. Just one little thing, when you look at the page, it does talk about ascending order. Okay, so ascending order. And that's exactly what we've just done. That means smallest to biggest. Smallest to biggest is ascending order. All right, just to remind you on that. Now, once you've had a go at that page, so book 5, page 4, once you've had a go at that, I've got a challenge for you to do in your book. So there's 5-digit cards. Okay, so how many different 5-digit numbers can you make between 50,000 and 55,000? Really important that you read the question carefully because it's asking for specific numbers. So if you give me a number like that's there, 85,749, well, no, you're not right. It is a 5-digit number, but it isn't between 50,000 and 55,000. So think what's always got to be your first digit. Okay, what's got to always be in your tens of thousand column? Draw yourself your grid. That might help you, and then you can place the numbers on, and then you'll be able to see which numbers you've already used, because it can be a little bit confusing, can't it? But I'm sure you're up for the challenge, and I shall look forward to seeing your 5-digit numbers between 50,000 and 55,000. How many can you make? Who's going to be the king or queen of the challenge? We'll see. Have a lovely Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.